I'm going to go over three tickers. First up is Nvda. Earnings is coming up. We ended the day at $187.98, up 1.63%. This is where we are. To the north side takes us to 2 standard deviations, and that is roughly $192.18. To the north side of that, at 3 standard deviations, 195.17. And at 4 standard deviations, 197.94. I do not think we will get to that level on Thursday, but perhaps down the road. Now, to the south side, the middle of the trend and the baseline is now this line. I will change the color. Oops, wrong color. There we go. It's very close to a line I already drew out, and look, we're basically at that level on Wednesday. So I will just delete it. I marked that out on Wednesday, January the 7th. So I will remove that. Now to the south side. Oh, there's a gap. Watch out for that. You like to go short. 185.13. Below that, 180.97. I should just stop there. If we wick down and touch this level, 178.04, and if we get there, you know it's going to get bought up. And then to the south side of that, 175.30. And we have this landmine to the south side, 172.08. That will eventually close. And then it's been a very long time since I've talked about this ticker. Now, this one at 181.02 finally closed out on Wednesday, January the 14th. So let's delete that. Congrats if you went short. Made some money there. This gap here closed as well. I mean, this ticker is very gappy, which is fun to trade. Now, this took us down to 174.59. Let's mark that out. So this is no longer in play as well. We shall delete. And then did this one touch? Oh yeah, look at that. Barely, but it did it. And that took us to 171.23. Congrats if you were very patient, played the long game, and got smacked down, and you made some money, or you bought in at that level. All right, and we have a gap to the north side that will take us to 198.67. All right, and then after that, another one that will take us to roughly 206.51. But let me flip this over to the daily because it's very hard to go left. I can only go so much and then it stops. All right, ignore all of this. I mean, this is crazy, but yeah. Trader Murat and I have talked about this stock a long time ago, and I kicked myself for not buying in at $95. All right, we've got lots of landmines to the south side, but we're not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. We are on the daily going up, and the 1-year price target, okay, we're here. This is an old target that I already marked out that we hit. All right, and then the next one is 217.22, but when I looked at the updated price target according to TradingView, it's 260.26. Previously it was this number, and now it's this number. It has gone up leg by leg by leg. It's great to see, but it's gonna take a while to get there. There's no way this is gonna get there tomorrow. Nope, it's gonna get whipped around. So what you can hope for, see, we are right here, will be this middle of the trend on the daily in the big picture, 198.67. Oh, and this one, where did this come from? I gotta clean that one up. Okay, that's 173.76. That's already done. And while I'm looking at the big picture, let me just extend these. I'll mark it out later. But we are moving farther away from these landmines. We've been range bound for the longest time, like in that 184 range and 180 to 185. So, you know, It's nice to see it kick out of that range, but it's still very range bound. All right, that does it for Nvidia. Let's go to Walmart, which is also an earnings day. That's coming up on Thursday. I don't know when you'll see this video. But this gap, let's just say that closed it bare, like, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, no, it didn't. It really didn't. I like to be precise, and that is not done. And my wick is very thick, so it looks like it, but see, you can see we're right there. There's a hole to be filled. So that's going to be a pullback right here. Oh, let me put the magnet. Oh, I did. Nope. Hold on a second. You cannot be right on that line. Command Z if you want to undo something. That should be in red. So that's one pullback area, and then we've got this dangling thing here. We went up, so we will close it going down. All right, let's give you some price targets. Oh, that's the daily here. So we're here. The next leg up will be 132.07. Okay, and then back to the middle of the trend, which is a huge spread, 114.86. I make my lines very wide and loose. Okay, back to the 5-minute. Now, see how my lines are wonky here? This moved all the way over here because of the different time frame. Yeah, this thing hasn't been marked up in a while because I haven't looked at it in a long time. Let's move this down. Okay, that's your middle of the trend where we could grind sideways or continue this path down. The RSI has started to go down. So let's talk about to the north side. 129.17, I should stop right there. If we wick up to this level, 130.51, you know it will sell off afterwards, 131.92. What is the 1-year price target? 131.82. Let me mark that out right now. 131.82, which represents a 4.11% return. Okay, 4 standard deviations out. If we wick up and then we hit it, it will get slammed down. As people take their profits and they run, they will lock in and they will leave. And then you're buying opportunities for a pullback, 123.59, 122.25, 120.83-ish. Note the bounce. Note the sell-off. This is resistance. Your spidey sense should be going off. And then on the way down, that's support, and then it fell through, didn't buy. But you can expect price to slice through here if you're playing it safe. And then let me show you let me show you what we look like on the daily. It's been a long time since I looked at this. Oh, wait, I showed it to you on the daily. So that gap closed. What happened? Because I've marked this many times and it got deleted. My chart got deleted. Because you can go back to all of my videos and see how much I've marked this thing. That's a bummer. I know I gave my account to, I'm not going to say their name, and I wonder, this has happened to me before where they get sticky fingers and then my account or my chart gets wiped out and I have to start over. Like it did, well, it was TradingView's fault when it happened to me on Palantir. It made me so mad. All right, watch out. We are overextended on the monthly. There's going to be a rollover. And to the downside, it says 108 on the 1-year price target for TradingView. All right, that is a look at Walmart. Please tell me, yeah. I was just there, as a matter of fact. Now, let's take this over to a trade that I did. This is Fsly on the 5-minute time frame. I traded it 2 times today, and then last week, I believe it was Friday, I traded it 3 times, and then earlier in the week I did it once, I think. So I think I've traded this thing 6 times in the last 2 weeks, and I'm done. All right, let's first give you the price targets. 1883, we were up 6.63% for the day, but that's where we ended. We were actually up 10.39%. Now, your price targets, resistance, 2013, beyond that, don't push your luck, 2080, and then down the road, 2150. Oops. Gosh darn it. Command Z. This thing is finicky. Let's mark out the middle of the trend, and that should be in blue. Okay, we could chop sideways or slowly continue up, which is where we are, but this stock has gotten slammed like crazy, okay? A rug pull. The 52-week high is 1927, the low $4.65. And I've been in this for a long time. All right, what else? So that's the middle of the trend, the pullback area, one of them anyway, many levels in between -2 and 2. 1735 down the road, 1668 and 1599. So I was busy this morning. I looked over and I thought I should sell. I didn't sell. I was thinking I'll come back to it. And then when I got back to it, I sold at 1888, not the high of 1902. And that is why I no longer trade with Vanguard. You cannot set, I mean, it's just a difficult. You have to do a market order or something else. I can't do a limit like I used to. I mean, it's just a nightmare. So I quit Vanguard. I don't recommend it. I go now to Fidelity, and there's going to be another one I'm going to open up. But anyway, so I had some here for a 49.75% return. I bought down at 1261, and then I also bought some at, oh, let's see, $13.45 or 43 cents, and sold out at 1888. I sold both of these lots at 1888, and we're back at the middle of the trend here. And then on this lot, I sold this, for a 264% return. I bought that at $5 and wait, did I sell it? Yeah, I sold it already. That green line is my sell line, and the hot pink is my buy line. So let me, right here. I like to turn it light pink when I no longer own the lot. Watch out for this, a landmine to the south side for a pullback. I may buy some more down here. I'm patient because I have so many things I trade. I really should limit what I trade, but it's okay. And I traded it for 5.17% return, a return of this little gap here before it went way up. Look at that. If I had held for a longer play, like real estate, typically you make more money instead of flipping. Just depends where you bought. That could have been a 28% ride. And then I think that is it. Yeah. Well, no, I think I did more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was another one, but I don't know where it went. Okay, that does it for me. That is a look at Nvda, Walmart, Fsly. And while I'm just looking at this crypto for my chart on the right, but you can't see it if you're looking at this via a short video, Donald J. Trump went up 5.75%. Let me just show you that. Okay. Ooh, the RSI is frothy. Riot. Ooh, Mara. Riot, excuse me. Down. There's a gap down to. Let me just mark this while I'm here. Here's your pullback, 1468. Mara, I did just trade for a 6.89% return. Bought some down here, sold out. Look at that wick, took you up even higher. Had I waited longer, been patient, but it's like, at some point, I don't even care. Okay, and then there is a pullback to watch out for at 726. Maybe I'll buy some more back if we get down to this level. Actually, I think I have an order in already at 725. Ooh, and watch out for this. 675 down here. Okay, now I'm really done. That does it for me. Have a great trading day.